like it, but it's what you might need to do in order to continue getting business until you figure out some other way to do it. So you start building that profile so you can connect with signing services, and you stay on top. On SnapDocs, it allows you to stay on top of all your signings in one place. Even if it is a signing that I do not get through the SnapDocs platform, I add it to SnapDocs. So all of my stuff is right there. I can add that signing basically with one click. Then it also shows you the mile, it calculates miles for you. I don't like that too much because sometimes it's off. And the reason I know it's off is because I'm going 6 miles up the road, but it comes up 60 miles. So it's not all, that's not always as accurate, but it will give you an idea of how far the assignment is from where you are starting. That makes sense? Now here's the thing. Everybody wants direct business. I want to go direct to the title company. Direct business is great. However, SnapDocs is a great tool to get you started. And it may lead you to direct title business. The direct title business that I currently have, I started with them on SnapDocs. They may have gone through a signing service previously. Then they built their own platform. Well, they called me and say, Liz, will you work direct with us? Of course I will. So that's how I got, and basically I'm going to say 95, 98% of my business still comes from the signing services on SnapDocs, with the other direct business coming, most of that is coming through a platform. It's not your normal little title company that's around the corner down the street from me. Although NPR is down the street from me. I get business from NPR, but I started with them on SnapDocs through a signing service. So just remember, when you get an order through a signing service or whatever, when you return,
but it's worth looking into if you do have severe problems, because you don't want to get there and then realize, look, I can't do this.
Please mute yourself. Thank you. Tamika, is everybody muted now?
They are now.
Please keep your mics muted until you're speaking, because I'm no lady, so I get sidetracked easily, as you can see. So anyway, somebody tell me where I stopped about direct business and the title company. Okay.
They got to come off mute to tell you.
No, right? Now, so if you the direct business from the title company, most of mine came through, I was working with signing services, and those title companies moved away from the signing services and built their own platforms. So now I get the business direct from the title company, but most of them still come through SnapDocs. Solidify has their own program. So, and again, they were with SnapDocs through BNN services. Now, last year, they stopped sending their cash outs through, they stopped sending their regular closings through SnapDocs, through BNN, and they were on their platform. They built their own platform. I just had a call from Miranda, who is one of the execs there yesterday, asking me if I do cash outs. So that what that tells me is that they're getting ready to move their cash outs to their platform as well. And I believe, I don't know for certain, I believe they left those cash outs because Texas is the only state that requires cash outs be done at a title company attorney's office or the lender's office. But guess what? They're getting ready. I believe they're getting ready to move those cash outs away from the signing service, and they will do those themselves as well. So just know that your direct business can come from SnapDocs through the hiring company. I also urge you, when you send a package back to the title company, include your business card. Do not ask that title company for more business, if you have gotten that business through a hiring, through a signing service. However, you're going to send a thank you card to that hiring company, and you're going to ask them for more business. Now, why would you not ask that title company for more business if you got that package, if you got that order through a signing service? Could somebody tell me why you would not ask that title company for business, but you would include your business card? Hello, somebody.
It makes it seem like you're trying to poach clients that way, which
There
is a
you
big
go.
no.
That's exactly it. Thank you, Christina, for helping me. Everybody, you guys got to help me. But that's exactly it. You do not want it to appear that you are soliciting business from that title company that you got the business from that signing service. It's a good way for the signing service to stop sending you business if they suspect that you are doing that. And trust me, people talk. So at that title company, they got a friend at that signing service company. And they're gonna say, this person, this notary you used, guess what? She asked me for business. So you wanna be mindful of that. That does not mean you can't send your business card, because the other thing, relationships change. At some point, that title company, that escrow officer within that title company may not like that signing service anymore, because the new people they got at the signing service, people move around, not the same. People are looking for people who they like to work with. So all of a sudden, that person at the signing service pissed off somebody at the title company, and guess what? Wait a minute. I remember getting a card from a notary. Let me call her. That's just how it works. But you definitely do not want to solicit any business from a title company if you have gotten the order from from a signing service. That is not what you would do. All right. So the link below is to the SnapDocs, and I'm gonna show it to you several times throughout this. Tamika said, every time I turn around, you're SnapDocs, SnapDocs, SnapDocs. But Tamika gets enough business because she too is part-time. And because SnapDocs goes off, you get so many text messages, she doesn't want to have that. So she gets her business through different sources other than SnapDocs, but she gets enough of it because it complements, I'm gonna say, her other businesses. So she does not want to make, she want to make the money, but she doesn't have the time to do a whole lot more and the stuff that would come to her through SnapDocs. So now, if you're a signing agent, you're wondering, because it's hard to sometimes feel like you just can't get that signing. This link is a link to a SnapDocs presentation, which tells you how they assign appointments. It's like you could get, when they put it out there, they're not just putting it out there to you, even though it might make you look like you special because it came to you. Well, it also went to 100 other notaries maybe. And maybe, well, I'm exaggerating when I say 100. It's not going to that many because they have it set up where it's tiered. It's going to go to so many people first, so many people second, so many people third. So take a look at this link. Take a look at this video to help you understand how SnapDocs work, so that you don't get frustrated with it, because it can be frustrating. And then give SnapDocs a try, and you can turn it off anytime you want. You can turn it off anytime you want. And that's the other thing I like about doing it with the SnapDocs thing. Like I went on vacation, I just turned it off for a week. I didn't get any messages, any text messages from SnapDocs. And yeah, there are a few others that are on their own platform that came through, but not nearly as many as I get on SnapDocs. Now, when you're not quick enough, what are you going to do? When you're not quick enough, you don't get frustrated. You take action. We already talked about some of the things that you can do, but be the star in your own show. Be the star in your own show. When they say action, camera, lights, shoot, you ready. You ready. So when you don't get that assignment, you capture the hiring company's information. You reach out to them. You introduce yourself. You're going to tell them how you can do what? How you can simplify their lives. You're going to tell them how efficient you are. You're going to tell them how proficient you are, how effective you are, how timely you are, you're punctual, you're customer-centric. You know what? You're going to tell them why you stand out. Why you stand out. Why you are going to perform better for them than that next person. You're going to do such a great job, and the customers are going to love you. You ain't gonna tell no lies, because what you tell them you're going to do, you're gonna do it, okay? But then you also, let's say you've got your list of signing services that you're going to, hiring companies and signing services that you're gonna reach out to, okay? Let's say you're gonna send an email and introduce yourself. Go ahead, send your credentials. Send your credentials when you introduce yourself. So if you have, because you've told them how wonderful you are, they're gonna say, oh yeah, I think I want to talk to her. Well, let me email her and tell her to send me her credentials or his credentials. And then, oh, wait a minute, I gotta go do this first. And the escrow officer will go off and do 10 other tasks. You think she's gonna remember to come back and ask you for your credentials? She is not. But when she's looking at what you've written to her, your introduction email, and it's sounding real good to her, and then she can see that you have attached your credentials, she's like, oh yeah, I want to talk to her. Do you see where I'm going with that, guys? Do you see how easy that is? Again, what I'm sharing with you is not rocket science. It's not any of that hype. You know, go get your $100,000. You got to work for your $100,000. You got to work for it. And these little simple tasks are things that you can do, which will not cost you a whole lot of money. When you start talking about you're going to do direct business with title companies, that means you're going to have to spend some marketing and advertising dollars. When you first start, you may want to spend your money more strategically than going after that title company business, direct business, when they're down the street across town, because they basically need to be across town from you. Because if they're right in your area and you're servicing someone in your area, they can go to the title company. So typically it's going to be somebody across town, but the signers are in your area who do not want to drive across town. So you're going to get that business. When you're marketing, that means you need to market across town, and you're marketing for those people who need to sign, who are in your area. You also want to connect with some builders in your area. If they're building a whole lot of houses, oftentimes they're having to go a long way to the builder's title company. Hey, I can come to your office and close all of your people that you're trying to get closed at month end, something like that. So think a little bit outside the box. Does this make sense? The simple stuff is just simple stuff. It don't make sense?
Yes, ma'am, it makes sense.
Perfect sense to me. Go for what you want.
You gotta ask for the business. You gotta ask for the business. When you get that business, you do an excellent job. You want to be timely. You want to be proficient. You want to send that business card back with that loan package. You can send a thank you card to the hiring company and ask for more business. You need to ask for more business. You do not wait for someone to say, hey, I got some business for you. You might get something like that every once in a while, but for the most part, you need to ask. And when you get it, you do a good job. You do an excellent job. Okay, now, where are you going to advertise your business? What's the difference between, and somebody come off your mute, and it's right here on the screen. I want you to tell me what's advertising and what's marketing.
Advertising call the attention of the public to a product or business.
Well, keep going, Miss Marshall. Hey, girl.
Marketing, the act or business of promoting sales of a product as by advertising or packaging.
So advertising, what does that really mean? Call the attention. Call the attention. So where do you advertise? We're going to talk about that. Then how do you promote? See, marketing is promoting your business. You know, when you are advertising, you're promoting, so it becomes a part of marketing. So you got to have a strategy for how you're going to advertise, and you got to be consistent. You can't put something out there one day and then not go back to it and expect somebody, well, I put it out there one time. I don't know why they didn't pick up on it. So your advertising has got to be consistent. Tamika posted something the other day, and she asked me what I thought about it, and I'm like, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So it's like something about, you know, if you advertise or whatever, somebody tells you that you advertise too much, and then she had a saying, what was it, Tamika?
It's a TikTok, and it's music, and then, you know, you put on whatever you want to put on there, and it says, we do not care. And so I said, when someone says you post too much, we do not care. So.
Because you've got to post, you've got to remain relevant. If you put something out there one time, when people see something, when I see something one time, I say, oh, okay, yeah. And then I move on. I may forget. But if there's something to prompt me in a few days or a week or whatever, then that's going to bring my attention to that again. And it's like, oh yeah, I need to go do this. It's a call to action. You know, to me, it's telling me to do something, telling me I might want to do something. Okay, does that make sense? Now, what you cannot do when advertising in the state of Texas. Now, just want to give a little disclaimer because I haven't really, yeah. Well, see, Miss Marshall is actually in Alabama. So the Alabama advertising laws may be slightly different, but for the most part, this is pretty standard, I do believe. And it is, but I got this from the NNA's handbook, the Texas Notary. And I also keep my, notary primer handy, as all of you should. This is just a recap of the notary laws. And each state has this or something similar. In Illinois, it's called a handbook. It's called the Notary Handbook. But you can pretty much get your primers or your handbooks from the Secretary of State for free. I like this format, and it's from the National Notary Association. So keep that handy. So knowing what you can and cannot do. Somebody want to tell me, just read this slide for me about what you cannot do when advertising?
I can read it.
I'll read it. Okay.
Hey, Susan, where you been?
Hey, Tamika.
Hi.
All right, what we cannot do when advertising, state of Texas, foreign languages, non-English advertising. A non-attorney notary may not advertise his or her services in a foreign language unless the notary posts or includes in the ad the statement shown below and the fees the notary may charge. I am not an attorney licensed to practice law in Texas and may not give legal advice or accept fees for legal advice. This prohibition covers ads and signs, pamphlets, stationery, or other written forms, as well as radio and television ads. A non-attorney notary may not use the terms notario or notario publico to advertise his or her services.
Oh, that should be his instead of is. That's a typo that I did. Oops.
His or her
His or
services.
I did say we all make mistakes. So do you understand that that's what you can and cannot do? Then the notary should not. Okay, who want to do that?
Okay.
I'll go ahead. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Ms. Smith.
What a notary should not do. The notary should.
Hey, Miss Smith.
Hello, good evening. The notary should, if advertising the availability of notarial services, do so in a dignified and professional manner, befitting a government official. The notary should not advertise in a manner or knowingly perform a notarization which will be published or used to endorse or promote a candidate, cause, entity, product, or service. The notary should, if fees for notarial services are to be charged, prominently display a printed statement detailing those fees to inform prospective customers before notarial services are rendered.
So we got that. Where do you advertise? Whether it's a side gig or a full-time gig, you pretty much got to put in the same effort to get the business. After you sign up with SnapDocs, sign up with as many companies as you can get. I give everybody a list of companies to start with in Workshop 1, but you can also find these lists on various Facebook pages. You create a marketing plan, know what you're going to do, and you're marketing to title companies, real estate offices, attorney offices, banks, and you also include hospitals, jails, nursing homes, etc. for general notary work. You're going to advertise on social media. You want to be on all social media platforms. And if it's just like that Facebook page you got that you play with your friends on, turn that into some money. Start making you some money. Use that page to advertise and showcase your business. You get a Google My Business page, create a website. Tamika said absolutely not, but I say at least get a landing page. Go to networking functions. Now that we're coming out of COVID, or we at least have the vaccination for COVID, more and more people are starting to have networking functions again. And they oftentimes have good food. I think that they're still kind of slow providing food because, you know, we are still basically in the pandemic. But anyway, that's a great thing to do. Join your local chamber of commerce. Attend those social events they have. And they also have classes that you can attend. They have classes on it's stuff like how to start your business and how to do various things in your business. Now, how to advertise. In my opinion, you have got to be intentional. You've got to know what it is you're doing, you know, what you're advertising. You want an idea of what your expectations are. What do you want to see? What are the results that you are expecting from the advertising efforts that you embark upon? So it's, let's say that whatever your advertising plan is for this month, what is the return that you're looking for? How quickly are you expecting a return? If you send out 50 letters, what are you expecting? How many of those 50 do you expect to hear from? Do you expect to hear from 5%, 10%? And then you track that. And if that doesn't happen, then you know, number one, maybe your message you need to repackage your message. Because keep in mind, you are the product that you are packaging is you. And then you are selling your service. You're marketing and advertising, but you are the product. You are the product. Does that make sense? You're going to be consistent. You're not going to do it one time and quit. Hit it and quit it. Don't hit it and quit it. You got to hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. That didn't sound right, did it?
It did not.
Okay. You got
Miss Liz, you got us laughing, honey. That was funny. I'm sorry.
hit it. You got to make regular contact. Have a message for how you can simplify their lives. Tell them what you will do, and then you do it. You do what you say you will do. You have to know your business. You have to know and understand your craft. How do you get to know your business? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? Somebody?
Please.
You
Study
get to
and learning
know
and
your
training.
That's it. Say it again, because I was talking.
Studying, learning, and training to learn the business.
There you go. You're studying, you're learning, you're training, and you're doing. The more you do, the better you're going to get at this. It's not like you can, because you can go to training for a year, but if you never touch a package, you have done yourself a disservice. Sometimes you need to,
Guilty.
you earn while you learn. You're going to get your training, then you're going to go start making some money, but you're going to keep learning. Okay? But you know your business. You become the star in your show. Okay? And when you go to a closing, you're sitting there and you know that you're the smartest person in that room. And if you're not, because sometimes you get them engineers and they can read real fast and they can correct you. But if you're not, you're going to act like you are. You're going to take control of that closing because you are. That is your responsibility. You are there to do what? Identify that signer. Make sure they're signing in the right places. Make sure they're dating where they're supposed to date. And you notarize. You doing your notarial certificate. You know that. That is your job. But how you accomplish that job tells the story about whether or not you are well trained. Okay? All right. So, know your business. Rely on your sphere of influence. Your family, your friends, tell them what you're doing. You never know who they may know. Give your business card to everybody you meet. Let people know who you are and what you do. You market yourself at every opportunity. Instead of wearing Michael Kors and Nike's logos on your clothes, wear your own logo. You know, put that on your favorite shirt, your jacket, your tote, your brochures, your car magnet. I got them everywhere. Okay? So, let people know who you are. Don't be shy. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you do and let them know how you're going to simplify their lives. Does that make sense? Again, it ain't rocket science stuff that I'm telling you. I am not a marketing person. I'm not an advertising person, but I do have a great digital marketing person who does my little stuff for me. Cause you know, I can do content, but not the content, not the kind of content she does. And I can't upload stuff. It takes me way too long. So I can't do that. When to advertise? You're going to advertise all day, every day, all day, every day. Some of the ways that I advertise all day, every day is I got all of this little stuff. Now, I also have what's not shown here that I do is what I just mentioned, which is my digital marketing. That's what Tamika does for me. But here are my thank you cards that I send out. My brochure, I give this to everybody. We were in the airport going to Nashville the first part of May, and we were talking to these people, and I whipped out my little brochure, and Tamika said, Mom, why are you doing that? And the lady said, oh, I was just talking to a friend of mine about this. Here you go, ma'am. I gave one to a mom. I gave one to her husband. I give it to everybody. I give it to everybody. We did a vendor booth a while back for Tamika's church. I had this little sign made. This thing, you roll it up. What do you call that, Mika?
Retractable banner.
It's a banner, retractable. Just made it, just some fun stuff. I do have a magnet on my car. Don't that look like me, y'all? Because my hair is braided. These bags, big, great grocery bags. You know how a lot of people don't like to have use the bags in the grocery store? Tamika never uses a bag in a grocery store. You give somebody these bags for them to carry their groceries. I gave the people at FedEx. Everybody got one. I got them for the vendor thing, but I ordered way too many. That's okay. They're not going to go to waste. I put one of these in the boxes that I'm sending now for the people for Notary 101 that I give supplies to. My pens, I ordered my pens, 5,500 at a pop. Now see, for me, it's got my name on it, and I put signing agent trainer on here because I do not advertise for, or I do not advertise or market for loan signings. I don't particularly want any new business, any business from any new customers right now, signing services right now. So, but I do advertise for my training. My business card, this business card is dual purpose. And if you will see, my name is the first thing you see on this card. Now, some people will say, well, they want their company name at the top. Why? People are they're gonna call you. They're not gonna necessarily call your company. They're gonna call you at your company, perhaps. But you want your name to stand out. Your name is what you want them to remember. But for this card, on the front, on one side, it says mobile signing agent. On the other side, it's got my contact information, my email address for my signing agent stuff. But on the other side, it's got signing agent, notary signing agent trainer on the other side, and that has a different email address. So make your cards dual purpose, but make your name stand out. Anything that you're doing, have your name stand out, and make sure your contact information is shown. All right, so what else do we have up here?
Someone wants to see your card better. You can't zoom in, can you?
I don't know, can I?
I don't believe so. What is all that on it? Just say what it is.
Look at that.
I can zoom my screen in,
Oh, there
it
to
is.
see it
There
on my
it
end.
is.
Okay.
I just zoomed it. Oh Lord, I hope I can get back out of it. I hope I can unzoom it. Can you see it? It's still kind of fuzzy like though. You see, I am not an attorney on here. And that's just my little thing that I like, striving for excellence with every notarial act. That's just my tag. All right, so is that good enough? Now, how am I gonna unzoom it? Oh, Lord. That's big. I have no idea how to unzoom this thing. So let me just see.
Maybe
Who wanted me to zoom this thing?
maybe escape.
Huh?
Maybe the escape button.
I did, girl. That's what I just did. I did this skate and I did it. Yeah, so that's it. This brochure, it has stuff on the other side too. So, but yeah, and I leave them everywhere. I leave them everywhere. So visit our website for a schedule of our classes and the prices. Notary 101 and loan document review, and which is also how to get hired, and what to do when you get hired, that kind of stuff. That's on a Saturday and a Wednesday. Workshop 2 and 3. Those are the advanced classes, and they're just done quarterly and or on demand. So, hey, I want y'all to have a prosperous NAPDOCS day, and we're open for any questions that you have notary related.
You said that workshop 101, or not workshop 101, the 1 and 2, you said it's on demand. I like a class to come up after this one. Before July.
Wait a minute, wait. She funny. No, I said workshop 2 and 3 are done quarterly, or the 3 basically is on demand.
Okay.
But I do those quarterly. Workshop Notary 101 and Workshop 1 are done twice a month.
Okay.
On a Saturday and a Wednesday.
Okay.
But so you're saying you want a class on demand right now? Is that what I heard?
Well, your class started yesterday, I think, and I couldn't get in that one, so I'm gonna do the one coming up in July.
Perfect. We would love to have you. Let's see. Who was? Oh, Ruthina was in class today. Where you go, Ruthina?
She told you her name is Tina.
Oh, Tina. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was correcting her all morning.
But then finally, she just said she old, and she said, "I've known her for 15 years, so I'm gonna let her have it." That's what she finally decided to just.
I'm gonna raise my hand. You're very funny. I don't have not one question. I have a lot to say though. So,
who is that? I can't see you.
Oh, you can't? Carmen.
Who is it?
My name is Carmen.
Carmen, let me find you. You know,
here I am.
It will only, she said, here I am. It will only let you see like 2, 4, 5 people at a time.
Okay.
So, but go ahead.
Okay. So
there you are. Oh yeah, I see you coming.
All right.
There.
Okay, so I'm from Maryland. Let me say that. I have no idea how I found this this little webinar tonight, but thank God for however I got it. That's number 2. Number 3, what do you say to somebody? So I'm from Maryland, and in Maryland, you have to have a TIPIC license, which, by the way, I do. I passed on the first time. That's the first thing I passed the first time ever. So I'm thankful for that. I'm taking training right now through the National Notary Association training agent. I'm doing that. And I'm scared to death to take a job.
And you did what?
I'm scared to death to take a job. Yesterday, I got 2 texts. I don't know where they came from. I haven't signed up for anything that says I'm ready to take these loan signings. But I got 2 texts saying, are you available for a loan signing? And I said, no, because I'm taking training. But my fear is that I'm going to train myself to death and never not go out and do the job. Yep. So what would you say to somebody like me who's old too, in my opinion, and just starting out on this journey and is just scared? I've been doing some general notary work, but I've done no signings and I'm scared to death. Okay, you go.
Okay, but you're good with your notarial certificates? You understand how to do your notarial certificates, is that correct?
I do. I've been doing general notary work, and every time I go, I just pray that I did it right. You know, but
Okay.
I'm becoming more and more comfortable with each one of the general notary work I do.
Okay, now, the National Notary Association, they give you a lot of information. Then also, you have the document source book with NNA. However, you see all of these things that I flagged in here?
Yeah.
It's true that, for instance, I am in Texas. A lot of my stuff is Texas based.
Right.
It's Texas based. However, California, when they're training you on California documents, California has a lot of different documents that are not considered the standard documents. If you're learning on a California platform, which most of your trainers are doing, you may end up learning some stuff that is not specific or not needed for your state. That is good training that the NNA is doing. However, they're not, what I do in workshop 1, what Tamika and I do in workshop 1 is we take you through a set of documents, but and our classes are not pre-recorded. We're on a Zoom right now because of pandemic, but we're on a Zoom like this, and I'm sending you a packet just like you would get from a hiring company. So you're getting like 130 pages or whatever. And then you're going through those in class. And I show you, we learn how you present the documents. Are you going to tell them to sign? Are you going to tell them to date? How are you going to notarize? So forth and so on. So we go through it like that. And that's, sometimes I know that some other programs will tell you, they'll give you the documents online for you to look at. It's pre-recorded training, so you're not able to ask any questions about what it is you're doing. But sometimes you have to figure out how you learn best. Some people learn best with the pre-recorded. A lot of people like the pre-recorded because they can start and stop it whenever they want to. They can start at 8 o'clock, they can take a break at 8:15, they can come back to it at 12, they can take another break at 2, they can come back to it at 6. Whereas with our training, because it is live and interactive, you're sitting there for 6 hours. I mean, I give you a couple of breaks, but you're sitting there for that amount of time going through the information. Now, today we did go over, because I had this person, is Josephine on here now? Josephine, are you here? Boy, she had a whole lot of questions and she had a whole lot of stories, but guess what? All of it was relevant to what we were doing. So if we go over, as long as somebody is not jumping up and down and chomping at the bit, then we do that. And let's say we go through class, we're done, and there's somebody who didn't get a particular part, then Tamika has study hall with them. They stay after class. And because the thing about it is that you understand what you're doing before you go out there and sit down in front of these people and mess up their paperwork, because that's going to be it's a bad reflection on you. It's a bad reflection on whoever trained you. It's a bad reflection on notaries in general, because then they start saying these notaries don't know what they're doing. I want well-trained notaries. I want well-trained notaries. Wherever you think you need to get your training, it's fine. Get with somebody who, so it works for you. So we are available after class. I don't do as many signings anymore, so I'm pretty much available. And if I can't, if you call me, you need me to help you, you've been through my classes, I know where your baseline learning is. So if you need some help, I'm going to help you. If I can't help you right then, you best believe I will call you back. So yeah, I just went down that rabbit hole,
You
didn't
did.
I?
Come on back to the light, Caroline.
Yeah, Carmen, you took me down that rabbit hole.
Thank you, but sorry.
Were you able to pick out your answer out of everything I said?
It was a lot, but yeah, I mean, I got the best. What you saying is, well, you sounded like my mother. Don't go out there and embarrass me. Go somewhere and get some.
Pretty much.
Go somewhere and get yourself some good training. Pay attention and don't embarrass this family.
Don't embarrass this notary community.
I got you.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Thank
I went down that rabbit hole. I did. I went there. Any other questions? But you said you had a lot. Was that it? Or did I just cover all your questions even before you?
Well, yeah, I did them in sections, and that was the most important. I just have to get my training and then go out there and do it. I believe it's not rocket science, but I appreciated what you said about Facebook, because I am in every notary group there is on Facebook, and there's a lot of good information, and there's a lot of, I mean, I see a lot of people asking a lot of questions, and I'm like, well, if they went through training, how come they don't know that? So you're right. You should kind of back off of, and if you're one like me who does better with one-on-one, do that and not hear 25 different people have 25 different opinions on how to do something. So I can appreciate that.
And 24 and a half of them are going to be not really the right answer.
Yeah, I received that.
Mm-hmm. And you guys choose a few Facebook groups and just stay out of the rest of them, because unless you just, sometimes people go to Facebook because they just want to raise hell and be anonymous. Can't nobody slap them in the face because they're saying ugly stuff, but they're hiding behind social media. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't do it. And if you see something on Facebook that you don't like, or somebody's just acting crazy, you don't have to jump in the mix. Just scroll on by. Just keep on scrolling. Just keep. Now, if it's the day you just want to fight with somebody, go ahead and pick yourself a fight, because I guarantee you there'll be somebody who will come for you.
Liz, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say?
It's Adriana.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get myself in the video. Oh, I can't remember how to do that. Okay, so anyway, about Carmen saying that she was scared. A while back, you guys posted a TikTok from a notary named Brittany Palmer, and I happen to follow her for a while now on TikTok, and I think she has an Instagram. But one of her things about getting started was, and she said, if you're scared, well, just do it scared.
Yeah,
it's
only going to get better.
Do it scared. And that's something that I've been saying for years. Just do it scared. Do it scared. And I also, one of my favorite things I like to tell y'all is pull the trigger. You got to pull the trigger. At some point, stop training, go pull the trigger. You can finish. You're going to earn as you learn. Do it scared. Thank you, Adriana. There you are. There you are. Hey, girl. Okay, anything else? Y'all better talk quick, because it's 8:08. Tamika gonna cut us off.
I am.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, I hear somebody.
Hi, Liz. This is Lynn. How are you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. I just want to comment one thing on being scared about doing this. There's really not much to be scared about. What you need to understand for the young lady is that when you're doing this, the signing company or the title company wants to be just as successful as you. So keep in mind that when you're out there doing the signing, they will be your resource. So you can always call them at any time if you could connect with them if you have a question, because there's going to be no dumb question, because if you fail, they fail. So just kind of keep that in mind when you start off and doing the signings, and that'll really help alleviate a lot of the fear that you're going to have, because people really have fear because they think that when they get out there, nobody's going to be out there to help them. But they want you to succeed, because if you succeed, they succeed.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Thank you for that. That is so true. Most of them are willing to help you, but you can't call them and ask the same questions time and time again. You have to learn. You have to learn. You know, when if you're asking the same questions, or if you're making the same mistakes, that's not a good look on any of us. So absolutely, if you have a question, you ask the question rather than run the risk of messing up that file. Do not mess up those people. That's the biggest investment that most of them will make. They are nervous about it typically. So you are the last line of defense to make sure that they get their stuff done. Get their loan closed, I should say. Okay, Lynn, thank you so much. Anything else? Carmen, you got anything else? I promise I won't go down the rabbit hole.
Well, thank you for coming out. God bless and good night.
Thank you, Miss Liz and Miss Tamisha.
Someone asked when the next meeting was. It's next Wednesday. And we'll be talking about the right to cancel. Notice of right to cancel. It's already on Eventbrite.
Yeah, that's the next free class. And when is our next regular workshops?
The 26th.
And that's workshop 2?
Yes.
Then when is Notary 101 and workshop 1?
You punking me right now, aren't you? Notary 101 is July 7th and the 10th. And workshop 1 is the Saturday following that. I'm not looking at a calendar.
I wasn't punking you. July. So when is Notary 101?
It's the 7th. Actually the first one is going to be on the 7th
a Wednesday
because of the holiday. Yes,
because of the 4th of July. Look at you on it. She does the scheduling, you guys. She just tells me when to show up. And then workshop 1 is on the 17th?
Yes.
Okay. The 17th and the 20th?
You got
the 21st.
21st.
17th and 21st. All right. All right, y'all.
Someone put something in the chat. Hold on. Will you do a workshop for marketing? You talking to Liz? The answer is no. And I actually was, she said me. I'm working on it. I was trying to do a social media marketing, digital marketing class for June, but I just got too busy. I'm so sorry. So I'll put it on the to-do list to get that on the schedule when my time is free.
You gonna do it in July?
No, I'm busy. I already know I don't have time.
Okay, then let me just tell you what I recommend you do, because I have just given my little spiel. That's all I got, y'all. That's all I got for marketing and advertising. And I am not the expert. This girl is so good with that digital marketing stuff though. And I've seen her do some stuff this week with this one customer that she has. And it's not always about the money, because this person pays her well. However, the hoops that this woman is making her jump through in order to get her stuff done, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. But there's scheduling that's involved in that. However, what I'm going to do is to ask her if she will get that marketing, that whatever you call it, whatever she does, whatever.
Wow, whatever I do. Somebody said, am I for hire? Yes, Pretty in Branding is my digital marketing company, prettyinbranding.com. You can look me up. My email is info@prettyinbranding, prettyinbranding.com. No, I didn't say, someone asked me this, the only reason I'm saying it. And then now I'm going down a rabbit hole. Someone asked about my name the other day. Oh, you think you pretty? And I was like, that's really not where the name came from, but I'm cute. My favorite movie growing up was Pretty in Pink, and my favorite color is pink, so it just made sense. I'm Pretty in Branding.
So you started answering that question because you didn't like what you knew I was about to say.
I don't know what you were about. Oh, you were about to put me on the schedule.
Yes, ma'am. Because you don't want to wait too long to give them that additional information to go along with what we've just done.
I know my schedule.
August.
Someone's at front
That's
door.
in for August.
Okay.
Would that work for you guys?
Like they're gonna say no.
And then I'm surprised she didn't say, y'all see, she just mommed me.
You did, but I'm gonna let you be you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, so she'll do something for y'all in August.
Listen, look at Tony talking about August, if not before. See, y'all just can't be satisfied.
And look,
yes, you keep voluntold all the time.
I know.
All the time.
All right, y'all. So if there's nothing else, we're going to, I'm gonna go get ready for my appointments for tomorrow. And thank you, Darlene.
Thank you both for this. This was awesome, and I just love the energy from you both.
Girl, I'm so tired. I can't see straight. You think I got energy? Look, you all now get ready to do a dance. I can chair dance.
Yes.
Go ahead, Miss Liz. Go ahead.
One more question. Kelly D said she got one more question.
What's the question, Kelly?
I guess she was just kidding.
No.
Are you going to NNA conference? I thought the NNA conference was last week.
She may be meaning the next year in Vegas.
Oh, Vegas! It's back in
next
Vegas?
year's in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Well, I won't. The last NNA conference I went to was in Vegas.
You had fun.
I don't like Vegas.
I love Vegas.
Yeah, but you know what? We should do that. Our notary community show up at an NNA conference. Look, I'll go if y'all go. And then we can just have it's like, hey, this is the EC Head Notary Community.
You're gonna be asleep before 8. Don't let her fool you.
I will be. But I will have some fun up to 8. All right, y'all. I gotta go. But thank you so much.
Get out the camera.
Huh? Right, I did that. But my head ain't big. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope that we have brought some value to your notary world, and reach out. Keep coming back. Thank you so much.
Good evening.
Bye.
I'm gonna end it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.